It's Thursday Night Live. We're Joe and Kristen, and tonight is our very first of many to come live sessions with our main topic on our refit project on our 40-foot sailboat, currently known as Storty Beaker, aka Freedom, because we are in the process of changing that over. So thank you for joining us tonight. It's Thursday night. Usually we do this on a Sunday morning and it's coffee, but it's Thursday night. It's Friday Eve, so we're gonna do it in a style we kind of like. Where are we going here? I am a bourbon guy. The devil has got me with my bourbon and fine cigars. Kristen likes wine. I also like wine too. So I'm kind of everything. And I have a little orb over here that I put in my glass. So I'm waiting for this to kind of come down a little bit, and then I can kind of, well, there it goes. See, it comes off. I asked for Santa monogram ones for
yes, me. You did.
I asked Santa for a lot of stuff this year.
Yes, you did.
So big shift if you're a follower of Sailing SV Freedom. This is not Sailing SV Freedom right now. It is sponsored by and has everything to do with Sailing SV Freedom. The issue is Sailing SV Freedom. Our goal is our lifestyle, our journey, our marriage, everything that led up to this right now. We needed to take a big step back because of the problems, serious problems that we found with the sailboat. Mainly the last one. The last one was a massive diesel fuel leak that we found in our bilge. I mean, I sucked out 6 gallons of diesel over 2 days when I was working that. So if you haven't seen that one, make sure you check it out. We have a part 1, a part 2, and my next video is going to be the final one, which is going to be a full day's work fixing the leak, down time lapse to 8 minutes. So that's going to be pretty cool to watch that. So now for our new Thursday Night Live, our focus is on the refit.
Yes.
So let's dive right in.
A refit is when you it's like a redo. It's almost like
right.
When you redo your house, when you have what's the word I'm looking for?
I don't know, but a refit is we're redoing refurbishment, a rebuild,
updating.
Yeah, it's a 40-year-old boat that we purchased from the original owner. She was sailed to the United States from Barcelona, Spain, for the original owner. Awesome. So super, super, super cool. Yeah. Great history. The owners did a great job caring for her, but she's tired, 40 years. So we have major, major, major projects. Mm-hmm. With that, why don't we get into the very first thing we've got over here on our list, which is projects. I've got to look to see it on my phone over here if I have everything. So what we're going to do tonight, and we do want you all to drop a comment in there. Let us know who you are, where you're from, and we need your help. Okay, that's on our list for tonight. We need your help because we're rookies at this. We've never done it before. And I need somebody sometimes to kind of take a step back and be like, hey, dude, look, slow down. You know, you're not going to get all that done in 4 months.
Yeah.
So we do have a drop dead date, which the drop dead date is April 10th. So I didn't tell Kristen, but I spoke with the marina today. We're scheduled to be splashed April 10th.
Oh.
So we have a lot of work to get done for that. All right. So
it seems like it's so far away.
Yeah.
And then it will totally creep up, which is great because then it will be spring and summer.
Yeah. So I'm pulling up my list here on my phone.
Yeah, you've got quite the
I don't know if you can see it, but what we're going to do is, Kristen, being the teacher that she is, we're going to use our white book, it's called. We're going to jot down all the projects that we're going to tackle. I think we should kind of prioritize what we're going to get done in the winter. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait, we got Kristen out of there. We can't do that.
Vanna. Hello.
Hold on, we're going to bring you up. Hey, win a chicken dinner. All right, I'm taking over the center stage here. Okay. So you can also pull up on the computer there. She's got that on our second computer there. Mm-hmm. All right, so I mean, I literally we have so much, but I don't know if we want to write them all down. Let us know. I'm going to yell them all out loud right now, and then you tell me I'm crazy. Put that on the board. Don't put it on the board yet. What have you? Ready? Here we go. We're going to remove the entire teak deck. It's 40 years old. We have episodes on it. Huge job, but we got to remove the whole teak deck. Back in 85, those were put down with screws. So now after we take the teak deck off, we've got to fill in with epoxy every single hole. So that's the first thing. So no other moisture can get in there. It's under a cover now, so we need to let it dry out a bit. All right. Then we're going to do a very big inspection on the deck. We need to figure out what the main issues are there, where it's soft, what big projects we have lying ahead. So when we get to our schedule, it's going to have to be fluid, right? It could be back a week or 2 or 3 or quick. So then after that, we need to decide how we're going to finish the deck. If we're going to put down one of the synthetic teak products, or if we're going to do a non-skid and dive into that. All right. So those are that's our major big thing now. We got the diesel leak fixed, no more leaking, which is great. So now that our safety is good, we can rock and roll with this. So
I put Freedom refit list.
Okay.
Priority.
Okay.
It's got to get done.
Yep.
Maybe later, maybe a little bit closer to the spring, whatever.
So that teak deck definitely has to get done.
Remove deck.
Yeah, we might got to take the teak deck down, and then we have to inspect the fiberglass deck. Now it's a fiberglass deck that is balsa cord. We found out very, very hard to get information on this boat. I mean, I reached out to the manufacturer, and the guy kind of got a little bit upset with me after sending a few emails. He's like, "You got to go on go forums, go talk to other people." I'm like, "There's like 4 of these boats in the world, and there is no forum, right?" Mm-hmm. So anyway, it is a balsa core, I believe, which means it could be saturated in run. So we got to take a look at that. So do you want to put that? Okay, you put that in there.
I did.
Okay, did you put down refinish deck?
No.
Refinish deck, because we cannot go back in the water until this is all solid, not going to get any water in it.
So remove it, inspect fiberglass, and then what?
And then we're going to refit the deck.
Refit deck.
Yep. All right. Now there's no particular order in these guys. Who's here? Can you see who's jumping up over here?
Sure. 1 second.
Where we got over?
Oh, who's that? Oh, we got some ideas.
All right. We love it, guys. Listen, this is an open community forum, right? We've been boating a long time. Our very first sailboat, I'm actually taking 2 motors out of our Chris Craft powerboat. So I do have some experience, not a lot. So bring on the ideas. Please let us know. We'll do shout out for you.
Well, it's Rainmaker LM, and
okay.
she says, teak deck may take the majority of the winter. Epoxy, you can do it you can't do it in the cold. Right. Under 40 to 45 degrees, it won't kick. You will have to put a really good tent over the boat and use heaters.
Rainmaker, you didn't see our last episode.
Oh, geez.
I made a full enclosure for it. We built a 40-foot I-beam, 7 foot tall down the center of the boat, and then we put tarps all over it so to close it in. So it is warmer in there. Not too happy with that, but that's the story for another day. It's dark in there. It is kind of cold, so we might replace it with some clear stuff. But that's a great point. Absolutely, you can't get this stuff done, especially in New York. Yeah. I mean, it was 39 degrees today, and a gale force winds.
Where Rainmaker is from, but
yeah,
that's a very good point.
Really, really appreciate you putting down over there, and that's absolutely that could take the whole winter, right?
Yeah.
If I've got to cut out that deck, like the whole deck, there's the winter.
Right.
So we need to figure out. Are we launching April 10th? If we do launch April 10th, how much we got done? And can we get some of these other projects done while in the water? And then what are we going to do next fall? Take the boat down to Florida, which originally was planned? Or are we going to keep it here? It's 10 minutes from the house. It's kind of convenient. Keep it here and continue. It all depends on how long this is all going to take. So great point there. Okay, so one of the things I do want to do is run our running rigging to the cockpit. So I want to get an electric winch or an e-wincher handle, because right now it goes down the side, right? Like kind of like everybody. So I could get them on the sides in the cockpit, no problem. But what I'd like to do is have it come underneath the Dodger so I can manually do that stuff myself. Kristen's going to be sailing with us all the time, but I want to be able to do everything myself if I could. Not a priority, I don't think.
All right.
But it's a nicety. We can get away without it.
Right.
but I want to get that done.
Mhm.
Running rigger. Oh, I just said that. Run the
Yep.
running rigging underneath the cockpit. Got it. Battery operated winch handle. Got it. Interior. We have no refrigerator and no freezer. So we want to go on these extended journeys. Look at this. This is killing me. My orb is just, dude, I'm gonna go with no rocks right now. So what I'm drinking today, by the way, I don't know if I said it before, Elijah Craig small batch, 1789. It's a 94 proof. And it's gonna make me feel good.
Now,
Good.
the thing with the fridge freezer now,
Yeah.
right? Like you figure so much depends on, like we said, what happens with the deck. You know what I mean? So fridge freezer, if we're here for the summer, which we will be, it's a pain in the butt, of course, with the coolers and the ice and yada yada. But I don't know if it has to be a priority.
Maybe later.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a lot on this list.
Yeah, a whole lot.
And guys, jump in like Rainmaker, please, because we have a pretty good audience of 50. Our main audience is like 52 to 60 plus that have never sailed before or have minor sailing experience. So we do attract that kind of because we're 50s and we don't kind of really know that much. But anything you can say and bring on is going to help. So, all right, refrigerator, freezer. We want to sand and varnish the interior wood. We will do another tour of the inside. She's brilliant. She is a gorgeous, gorgeous boat. All real teak on the teak and holly floors are gorgeous. I want to sand those down and revarnish those. They're beautiful. Again, we could wait that we can do that on the boat in the summer.
Yeah.
We can do that in the summer. Solar arch. So a big project that I would love to do. So I'm on the hook. We do not have a slip. There's like a 10-year waiting list, or somebody has to die for us to get our boat in a slip at Port Jeff Harbor where we are. Yeah. It happens, right? Death happens. Hopefully I'm not wishing that on anybody or anybody at Port Jeff. But so we're on the hook. So I have no way of charging batteries, doing anything out there, playing music, refrigerator, anything really. So I want to do a solar arch off the back with a bunch of solar and new lithium batteries. The batteries we have in there now are AGM and they're pretty aged. That's a crazy expensive project and time consuming. So we're hoping maybe one of the major brands or one of the brands up and coming will reach out.
So how do you want
to? Maybe put that one in the middle. Put that one in the middle, man.
Okay.
Solar arch array or solar array is fine too.
Okay.
And then solar setup. We could put that in the middle because it is a priority for us, but we have much more pressing matters.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that takes care of that stuff. We do need a bimini and a bimini enclosure. We don't have a bimini top. We have the Dodger, no bimini top, and we were roasting in the cockpit this summer.
Yeah, we had a couple times where we had people on, and
everybody
is so. The cool thing is that everybody is so happy to be there. It's you're hanging out, you're with friends or family, and
you don't even feel it, right?
Beautiful, right? But I know, like one time, we went with my mom, and she's almost 80, and you want to be comfortable. You don't want to be like so sweltering. I went with my girlfriends once, and after a couple drinks, we were like, whatever. But yeah, it gets hot.
It gets hot.
And the sun goes down and it gets cold.
Rains, we can't do anything. So yeah, that's a big thing. We want to put a bimini up. We want to go wide out to both stanchions from the cockpit wide, and then all the way to the back where it's going to meet the solar arch. And then side enclosures. We could probably get away without side enclosures for now, but it's probably not going to be that much thrown in there with it.
Right.
I definitely want to get the mainsail lazy jack bag. I think that's the name of it. Lazy bag. I don't know. But we have to get that. Now we bring the mainsail down and it just goes over the boom and it hangs down about 20 inches and the boom is low. So I'm hitting my head. It's like this tall on me. So I have to duck and go under and duck and go under and hit. With the bag, it's going to be raised up right and above that boom.
So what's on there now? The lazy bag, does that go?
No, all right. So we do have a cover.
Yeah, we
That's
do.
just a cover for it. So every time we're not sailing, it's a nice cover that just keeps it out of UV and out of the bird poop and all that stuff.
Okay.
So the lazy bag is just, it's something that's attached to the top of the boom and it comes up. So here's your boom. There's your lazy bag. Right now, our mainsail is like that.
Resting on.
Then it'll be like that. I don't have enough hands to show.
Oh.
So it'll be up. So that's a must. We've got to do that.
Okay.
And it's not that much money, I don't think. That's maybe $1,000 or so.
Ah.
Maybe we can get some sponsor to come on board and do. All right, guys. This is probably going to be a little bit of a big night, a long list and everything. So please bear with us. I might skip through some of them, but we'll see. A tool. We want to build a tool chest, a cabinet for the tools. Done. I did it this summer. I built that all out.
Wait a minute.
Don't worry about it.
That's done.
We do want to get a folding steering wheel because our cockpit is tight. So our steering wheel, whoops, wrong way. We're like this with our, I can't even figure out my hands. This is really weird. All right. Everything's backwards on the camera. So anyway, the steering wheel is so wide that it actually touches the pads on the side that we have for where we lay down. So you can't go by that way. So a nice folding steering wheel in and we'll be good to go. I think maybe in the middle.
Sooner. Okay.
Yeah. Again, that's a nicety. It's going to be convenient. But like, so we have 2 big German Shepherds, Liberty and Justice, and they are big. We want to bring them on board. And that would be tough on them. Like Justice is 100 pounds. Liberty is like 70 pounds. So
yeah, but I do agree with that going in the middle.
Okay.
You know what I
Excellent. Mean? Yep. So you like that idea of the steering wheel? Folding.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely tight and everything, you know what I mean, in that area.
Cockpit lighting. I pretty much have that almost done. I redid the cockpit dash panel. Yeah. I updated that. We restored the gauges. I put new USB ports in there and I ran some wiring for lights. So I want to put some LED lights underneath there.
Is that from like where we're sitting? You want lights there? Yeah. So that can be it, right? Like that could be it.
Yeah, we can get that done. Even if the boat's in the water. That's easy peasy.
Right.
Yeah. Refinished the teak and holly floors. I spoke about that earlier. I could get done in the water. A nicety here, but I really want to do this. I want to get underwater lights around the boat.
Not a priority.
I mean, that looks awesome.
It does.
That looks awesome.
Like below deck.
And all the fish come around and everything. Yeah, we're big below deck. We watch all the YouTube episodes below deck. We're like water
junkies.
Fiends. Yes. So, yeah.
I do think that's a definite luxury item.
Yeah. But that has to get done when we're out of the water.
Correct, but it doesn't have to get done before April.
And it's going to take some time. Yeah. All right, we'll see what we got next.
I mean, it'd be lovely, you know.
A freshwater washdown at the bow and the stern. That's a priority because
that was on our to-do list this summer.
I know
we ran out of time, but
yeah, that's got to be a priority because we have a nice anchor, we have good chain. It's all salt water where we're at. Not even brackish. It's harsh. It's going to corrode all that.
But now, what would that entail?
Just running some lines, some water lines from the main tank.
It's there already.
Yeah, the main tanks are there. I would just plumb it where I run new, probably shark bite, run it all the way up, put a dedicated water pump on it, and up. And
the spigot is there, isn't it? Like right in the cockpit. What is that? What's that?
No, that's a shower. We have a little shower thing in the cockpit, but it'll be just like that, but way at the stern. And in the bow. So the stern, I mean, we don't need it at the stern because we can use that.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, yeah.
That's just to wash all the salt water off.
Yeah.
Okay, next thing. This is something I really wanted to do from day one. But it's going to be a huge project. I want to custom build a swim platform and an extension on the boat. Because the German Shepherds and like your parents, her father can't get on the boat. Yeah, my orb fell in.
Your orb fell in.
You.
You know what? I didn't think that was so important, but then one day we were on the boat and Scotty, our friend, who I know we bring him up a lot, but he's like the guru and he's awesome. But one day we were on our boat. He was helping us, and he's like, "Come over to my boat." And I'm like,
Wrong
I don't
move.
know if I want to go to Scotty's boat. I'm going to see stuff I want.
It's got a new Oceanus 41.
Oh, it's beautiful. But he he said it was like James Bond, like the back.
Yeah, the whole transom comes down electrically, and
God, it was great.
so we do need something. Your dad, we couldn't bring her dad on the boat at all. Her mom barely got on.
Yeah.
So, but that's a ginormous project. That is really a structural. It's a safety thing. But again, I really want to get that done.
But where would you put that? I mean, that's
considering
huge.
the things we need to do. That's got to be in the sooner.
Okay.
Because some more important stuff is coming up right now.
Right.
All right. So we have keel and rudder possibly issues. The rudder is definitely leaking a little bit of water down, like maybe 3/4 of the way. So there's water in it. 80% of boats have water saturation in there, I think. So we need to inspect that. I'm going to drill a hole and see what's going on there. So I do need to inspect the rudder, make repairs if they can be repaired. If not, I've got to get a new rudder.
That's going to get done before
that's priority. Same thing with the keel. The keel looks like there was something fixed on it, a repair on it. So I want to sand that all down and see what's going on. Mm-hmm. I mean, both the rudder and the keel look fantastic. Don't get me wrong, but those are two major parts where we want to do big trips this summer. We want to go, if we can, we'll go to Block Island and then go north a little bit up towards Maine.
Yeah, a lot of people talk about Maine.
That would be gorgeous. I'm not going anywhere with a rudder that's not safe for a keel. Yeah.
I mean, we've been all over New England, but that's one state we have not.
Absolutely. And we're gonna bring you guys along with us every step of the way there. So we're excited for that. So those two are priority. Mm-hmm. We need to hire a rigger to inspect the rigging. We had an inspection done on the boat before we purchased it. It was a quick, major component inspection. All the rigging looks good. It passed everything where it is, but we didn't have anybody climb it. So maybe I'll go and climb it and take a look.
Oh, sweet Lord.
I don't know. That's 55 feet up in the air. No. Kind of scares the shit out of me a little bit, but I'm hey, you know what? Got to do it.
I'll do it.
God, you guys heard it. Kristen's going to do it. So we need to we really need to inspect that rigging at the top. That's a priority. And then a big project. This was the first project I wanted to do this winter because all the other stuff I didn't see coming. I wanted to sand, prime, and paint the hull. It's in an all grip flag blue color, which we love, with a red boot stripe, which we love. But the previous owners repainted over the factory gel coat with the all grip with the paintbrush, with probably no thinner or anything. You could see the brush marks, you could see the runs. I really want to get that done. That's not a safety thing. It's probably should go in the middle. An option is wrapping it, doing a vinyl wrap for a few years.
Cool.
We do have a company that is interested in doing that for us, to bring them along with our channel and do an episode. They're pretty well known. I'm still talking to them about it. So, and then I wouldn't have to do any of that work, and we'd go back in the water with a pretty nice looking hull and our logo up on the front. So
you know what though? If somebody saw that, think about, something great that we did this summer was we did not, we got a launch service. So I remember when we first started boating, mm-hmm. Joe would go out with a friggin' rowboat. It was ridiculous. Before we even got a motor.
No bueno.
It was horrible.
No bueno.
And so having the launch was so nice. Like, hey, you want to come down and see us? Hop on the launch and come over. It was so easy and lovely and wonderful.
Yeah.
And I really think, though, I think about how many times we went back and forth right to the boat. And you notice of other people's, paint or, colors, what have you.
It was
did that.
Easy and it was
oh my God,
a pleasure.
Yeah, but if we had it wrapped, let's say.
Right.
Even like we talked about maybe a tan or pretty, whatever, it would be so eye-catching.
It would be. So we're
Amazing.
Seriously considering that with this company. They're from New England. And
a lot of people go in and out of Port Jeff. It would be great exposure.
Yeah. We have an 8-foot flag that we fly with the Sailing SV Freedom on it. underneath our 10-foot American flag.
Yeah.
So that's good too.
But Port Jeff brings people, like there's a ferry.
Yeah.
Back and forth.
It
All
would
those
it would
people
definitely
would
get
see it.
attention. That's why I want to do it.
Yeah.
Next, we're diving into some more mechanical stuff that are must do's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I want to replace. We have 2 bilge pumps. The boat does a great job of this guy here. There's definitely good flow all the way down to the bilge, which we discovered because of our major diesel fuel leak. So there's only 2 there. There's a big one, and then there's a small one. I want to get the smart system. There's a bilge pump that you can put in there, where if there's just like a tiny little bit of water in there, it'll tell you on your phone and it'll drain it out. So I want to get 2 new bilge pumps done. They work, and I'm getting 2 new bilge pumps. We want to replace all fuel hoses. I just replaced the 2 aft tanks, that hose that runs all the way from that shutoff valve all the way to my fuel water separator. But I want to go through every other fuel hose and replace them for the forward tank and anything else. Same thing with all the hoses for sanitation, for fresh water. It's just, I don't know the age of those. I found a lot of cracks in the fuel line, 10 foot down the line, that I wasn't even going to replace because it was just cracked at the beginning. I went all the way down. So yeah, I'm going to go through and do all of that. So all new fuel hoses, sanitation hoses, new a waste holding tank, a black tank we call it in like RV or whatever. But that had some rot in the neck of it. So I did a MacGyver JB Weld patch over the summer, and it worked. Now we're going to pull it out and either have it re-welded with the neck, or we're going to go with the plastic PVC ones. Depends on what the inspection comes out to. Right, a prop. This is going to be a nicety. I don't think we have to go sooner, but I want to get a feathering prop. I know that helps a lot with reverse. So I want to get a 3-blade feathering prop. And with that, I want to get a rope cutter, which is basically like it reminds me of a disc on a bicycle, right? That the chain goes on. So it's like a disc that goes on right by the prop on a shaft, and it spins. So what it does is, if a lot of times you get rope stuck on your prop and then you're done, right? Then you're kind of stranded, or you got to dive and get that off. This thing is supposed to cut that rope off for you. So we're gonna get that stuff. Okay. Prep. The heck is it called? Prop coat. Prop coat? I think it's called prop coat. The yellow stuff everybody uses, guys. It's expensive. It's like $1,000, but it's really good. It's the yellow. It's got a primer first, and then that. I want to get that for the prop and the shaft. So that's prop coat. That would be in the summer. This summer. I want to do that regardless, even with our current prop. So let's do that under priority. We're almost there, guys, believe it or not, because I want to go into schedule here for you.
Yeah, because Rainmaker is like, you are up to about 200,000 K in work, and 2 to 3 months if you something to do this yourself, it would take several years.
So you're absolutely right, Rainmaker. I just left the military as of a few days ago, December 1st. I did almost 13 years in the United States Air Force, and I left that. And our new course of life is Kristen's finishing up her teaching degree in a few years, or teaching career in a few years. And I'm focusing on the rebuild of the boat. So I'm going to be doing it all myself. So we're going to save money with that. And I'm going to be working on it 5 or 6 days a week. So from here out, that's what I've been doing. So, but Rainmaker, you're absolutely right. This is huge. This is huge. I got a quote for $85,000 to put new teak down on the deck. No way. No way. She's not worth it. She's a gorgeous boat. She's a $1.5 million boat, new replacement value. But there's no way I'm going to be able to turn around and sell this boat for $200,000-$300,000 if we ever decide to sell it. We really don't want to, but you just never know. All right, so the next thing, which is going to be a priority, is going to be, we're going to need to put the vinyl name of SV Freedom on the back. We need to do our initiation, our Poseidon tribute, the whole 9, and we got to name her Freedom. I didn't do that yet. Storty Beaker is the name. I'll describe what that is all about in another one, because we're running late on this here. Very cool name, but new chapter, we got it. The rope cutter, I got it. Running rigging is kind of in shambles. All new running rigging. That's priority. We're going to get that done this winter. Bottom paint. Unfortunately, in New York, we're not allowed to bottom paint it. So I'm going to pay the yard to do it. So more expensive, but we're going to get that done. So that's priority, bottom paint. And then just a few more things. We have an old nav station in the boat. We don't have radar. It did originally have radar, but something happened to it. We have a radar deflector, but no radar. So I want to put a radar in, and then update electronics. You know, we have a 1970s Garmin chart plotter, not really 1970s, but it's historic. It's historic. So I'm going to do all new, up to date electronics. We have iPads and tablets and iPhone and our phones that we use Navionics a lot, but I want really good electronics on there. And that's it. I have a note on here. Use Stark cleaning products. I don't know why. Stark, S-T-A-R-K-E. Stark.
Where do you want to put that? Just
nowhere. It's just a use. I want to try that out. I don't know if somebody contacted me or if somebody told me to use it or what have you. But the board looks packed.
Huh.
But it's a great visual, right? Like this is our office dedicated to sailing SV Freedom, right? We also own an apparel company. It's this right here. Oops, wrong side. Jeez, I can't look at everything's backwards. It's called Love of Country. So loveofcountryclothing.com. This is the hat from it as well. I didn't really intend to do this, but it's all American made premium apparel. So this room was part of my print center. So I have some printing stuff here on the side and over there. And then I have all of my Sailing SV Freedom down the center. And this is like a 10 by 10 room. It's the smallest room in the house, but we're doing it, right? So yeah, let me move over for you here so we can kind of recenter ourselves again. If I can. All right, guys. So now we're going to jump into some scheduling. And anytime in here, guys, anytime, please feel free to comment on everything we just went over because I will write it down. We'll put a note up there. You know what? Let's use a different color for notes that anybody's saying. Okay. You know, like Rainmaker, maybe we put a note, like a blue note or something saying, like reinspect enclosure because she or he nailed it. That's we got to have that enclosure.
Who said that?
Perfect. Rainmaker.
He said reinspect. Oh.
Yeah. So I'm just saying reinspect it. We got to make sure it's perfect because once we start ripping up that teak, right, it's a done deal.
Well, it's
open.
Yesterday talked about, you know, do we try to figure out having it shrink wrapped? You know what I mean?
So the marina wants, we have this, the frame is fantastic that we built. Watch it in the episode. It's a fantastic, I love it. I would recommend building it up on the deck. We built it on the ground and then lifted it up. So that was quite hilarious doing that in the pouring rain. But I talked to the marina and I wanted to have it shrink wrapped. Like I was like, what if we just take our tarps out and everything, just shrink wrap it? And it's going to be around $1,300. So in my mind, I want to patch it. I don't care if it looks like the ugliest thing since Medusa. I don't know. I don't care how good it looks, it just has to perform. Right. It's got to keep the water out. I'd rather save that $1,200.
Do we have to use a certain, like, do we have to use somebody that the yard says we have to use?
Yes, unless we do it ourselves. I can go out and buy a kit and do it, learn how to do it and do it myself. But then there's a learning curve and all that stuff. So whatever, let's not go down the rabbit hole, but we put you on here, Rainmaker, to where, okay, that's got to be priority. That right at the top, priority number 1. So I hope you're all celebrating us, right? Kristen's got her wine. You got to get new wine. I got my, it's a whiskey bourbon. It's Elijah Craig small batch.
Somebody did comment on that single barrel for the win.
Delish. Yes. Yes. So yeah, I'm a snob. I'm going to say it. I love Elijah Craig. Angel Envy, Blanton's is tremendous. Woodbridge. I like really good where it hurts, but it's smooth, right? And oaky. And like Blanton's, you have your first sip and your mouth is on fire and then your stomach is killing and you want to go jump in a pool or whatever, eat a thing of ice. But then you wait a minute and then you have your second sip, and I can taste like caramel notes on my tongue, and it's just cooler. So whatever, I'm going down like the rabbit hole there. So yes, sir. Yeah, that's what we're kind of about. Sailing, getting to the destination, then opening up, celebrating, and just freaking relaxing and enjoying life, guys. Like you know what? So we weren't supposed to talk about this, or whatever, but I found out I've been having problems with my right ear from the military. And I went today, I had inner ear surgery over the summer. It hasn't gotten bad. And I'm 80% hearing loss in this ear. So I'm going to have to get hearing aids. I'm 51, 52 next month.
But not every 51-year-old was in the military, babe.
You know, I'll get military disabilities and stuff. But here's the deal. Like I'm an 18-year-old at heart. I don't want something that anybody can see. I already asked them if I could put the one in that goes all the way in the ear. They don't like that, but I'm trying it. I'll grow my hair out. All right. This is the longest my hair's been in a little while, right? Because I'm a military guy, but I can grow my hair out now. I can grow my beard out.
Bring the mullet back.
I can bring the mullet back. I'll bring sexy back. Ain't no thing.
I didn't say that.
So anyway,
I said mullet.
Yeah. So you don't know when shit's gonna happen to you, right? Like our bodies now and stuff. You don't know when something's gonna go down. So we're doing it now. We're jumping all in. If we can't get something done, we got to adjust it up over there. But that deck is going to be massive. Rainmaker nailed it.
Because you figure, you're
nailed it.
Okay, you're walking up there. You want to sit out there on the deck or whatever.
It's safety.
It has to be. Yeah, it has to.
Yeah, it's safety.
Yep.
So here's the schedule. This is going to be a fun part because you're going to think I'm unrealistic with this because I look at it and I'm like, what was I thinking? But I'll give it to you straight right here. You want to give them the beginning of it? You give it the beginning of it because I got to catch up on my whiskey bourbon.
So basically, so
you start over here with the first episode.
Oh, okay.
So this is we've been doing a few months of Sailing SV Freedom.
Oh.
And now we're doing Sailing SV Freedom Refit because of all these things that we found out. So our channel has pivoted from our lifestyle sailing journey, retirement, to the Refit project. We get all this stuff done, and then we're going back to the other way.
Which really makes sense because, figure that winter, we're not traveling anywhere. We're not going anywhere. We're here, whatever. And you're doing this stuff. So, we're talking about our strategy, and then it's going to go into tearing up the teak.
Yeah, that's the first thing we got to do.
Starting the reconstruction of it. I'm sure that's going to continue into more than one episode. Tearing up the teak and discovery, seeing what's under there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So tearing up the teak is going to take... The teak deck is popping boards right now. Every screw is coming out. So we removed about 75% of the screws on the deck. We still have the aft section we need to do. So
I'm glad we didn't do that.
Yeah. So it should be okay, honestly, coming up. I hope. I'm just scared of the next part of that. So I'm going to allot a week for taking that teak out, like me working on it every day for 8 or 10 hours, 6 days a week. It could go 2 weeks. I don't know.
Then, he's cutting open the deck.
No. Discovery.
Yeah, I said that before.
Okay. Now the discovery is going to lead to if I have to cut open the deck or not.
Oh.
I'm being realistic, guys. There's going to be some moisture in there. I don't know if we could somehow dry it out. I know we're not going to drill holes and put epoxy in it. We're not going to do any of that garbage. But with a vacuum and seal it up, maybe we can take enough moisture out so we can dry it up. I don't know. But that's discovery. Time's going to tell. So then that's going to affect our schedule.
Yeah.
So that might be a second or a third or a fourth episode. And then it's going to be
cutting it open, fiberglass evaluation, then deck surgery begins.
Yes. So if we need it again, the deck surgery begins.
Right. And you have that planned for a couple weeks because, you're doing it, then you're continuing it, and then perhaps you're completing it. And then now what are you going to do? Non-skid? Are you going to do synthetic?
How long do you have for weeks for me?
Now are we choosing non-skid or synthetic? That's getting us to January.
Before that, like just the surgery operation type deal.
12/27, 1/3.
So I'm allowing 2 weeks, or is it more?
Well, you figure tearing it up is next week, 12/6.
Right.
Actually, that's tomorrow, I think. And then you're, rolling into cutting open the deck, looking at the fiberglass. That's also going to be
So
12,
that
20.
whole thing is like 3 or 4 weeks,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So again, that's probably going to get pushed out a bunch. My good friend Scott, who you're going to see on camera, he's this dude's amazing. Like Scott and Karen, they're our boat neighbors. Never met him before, and they just reached out to us this summer. Like sailors are the fucking bomb. Like we could say it. This I put on there, not for kids,
I'm not saying
not
it.
for kids.
Right.
I mean, he said, hey, you wanted me to take you out for a sailing lesson or something? You want to come on board? Dude was right on with us, and he hooked us up. So he put our Genoa up. We flew the Genoa. We sailed for the first time. It was awesome.
We
So
even saw him last weekend. He came by.
yeah, he's also a racer. He's got a car that he races. He's got a badass '06 Corvette.
Yeah.
He rides motorcycles. He's a great dude. So yeah, and he just reached out to me the other day saying, hey, I've fiberglass. That if you need some help, let me know. I can help you out. So hopefully the two of us rock and rolling.
You need people like that in your life.
You do.
And you
need a Scott in your life.
You do.
Telling you need a Scott in your life.
You do. And then you kind of roll into
He likes bourbon too.
What happens after that? Starting the deck refit. You have 2 weeks here where you're talking about whether you're doing the non-skid or the synthetic.
Yeah.
And then once you're in kind of February, beginning of February, then I guess you're kind of maybe rolling into the next thing after the deck.
Can I see this? So how many weeks? So we are basically allotting the rest of December.
And you also have to remember, you have the holidays, you have the new year, you know what I mean? Like you have to give yourself a little bit of grace, I think, for that as well.
So we got the rest of December and all of January for our deck.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that might entail.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're going to get into what we're going to decide, and you guys are going to help us out with that because
what goes after that, right?
Listen, this is going to be out there, this video. It doesn't mean you have to be watching it right now to be able to comment.
Right.
The video's out there for the world to see, right? So anybody comment whenever what's going to be the next one on the priority list. So the first one is obviously this deck. We are going to Newport, Rhode Island tomorrow, possibly meeting with a synthetic teak company, the owner. But we're really going there for a vacation with her parents. But I spoke to somebody earlier about possibly a sponsorship for them doing a really nice faux teak. I love the sound of it so far, what their business is and what they do. But anyway, we're going away. So work will start again Monday for me. The stickler, is that word stickler?
I don't think so.
Stickler?
Maybe, yeah.
The thorn in my ass. Does that work?
That might work.
Thorn in my ass is that Aiden's got our youngest son. Aiden goes to St. Leo University in Florida, and he's a lacrosse player, and he's a damn good lacrosse player. And we try to make every single game we can. And he's a senior this year, so we're going to try to make every game. That's February, March, April. Then May if they make the championships. That's our German Shepherd's making that crazy noise. These guys, we got to introduce you to them. But not now, because this is a small room and they'll knock everything down.
Yeah, the camera.
So we're going to be balancing
a lot. That's just the name of the game.
I don't have a job right now, just love of country. So if you all go and blow up right now and we get a ton of orders from you, we've got orders to fill now, but all of a sudden you guys are like, hey, I want to support them, and maybe they're crazy with this, so we'll give them some more money that they can put towards that through Love of Country. Then I'll focus on that. But other than Love of Country, I'm not getting another job. This is our baby right here. I'll do the refit. I'll make our boat pristine, so when Kristen retires, we can sail the world with it. Cross the blue oceans, sail the 7 seas, go to Tonga.
What?
I don't know.
Okay.
Go to places that you never get to go.
Yeah.
Cool. Do we have anything else on there? Okay, so what about our schedule? I mean, what do we have up on here?
Well, this was what we were talking about, that it's going to go into.
And this is a big delay, isn't it? I thought you were watching live.
Kind of. So the end of January, you're kind of finishing the deck.
Okay, so yeah, December, January, the deck. Then we've got March.
February, March,
What?
very early April.
So December, January, right? We have all of February, all of March, and a couple weeks in April to decide what we can get done there. But that might not be true. We might need the entire time for the deck.
Yeah.
And that wouldn't be
we
the
don't
end of the
have a
world,
crystal ball.
but we've got to juggle everything there, you know? So,
Well, I think once we roll into that like time frame, then we have to obviously revisit this list and see where we're at and what we've got done. And
in the military, we call it a fluid situation.
that's right.
So those will move side to side. We're going to push it left, push it right, push it down, whatever we have to do based on your comments and assistance and help and my progress and what we discover in the boat.
Right.
So tonight we have our topics. What do we have up over there? It was the list,
Mm-hmm.
the schedule, cost, and then help.
Oh, help, yeah.
So cost, guys, I mean, so I'm a businessman, right? I've owned Love a Country since 2016.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to treat this as a business, but it's my passion. I've always said, don't do something just for the money or just because. Do what you're passionate about, and you'll be great at it. And I've had a couple of companies, and that's what I've done. It's not everybody gets it at all. You know, it's a difficult life at times to lead, but it's who I am. So my focus is in on this now. So I'm going to be all in. I'm going to be doing as much work on this boat that I can. I do not want to bring a mechanic in. I don't want to bring any specialists in, but I want to network, right? PR is huge. Who you know, not really what you know. So like I'm going to meet this gentleman this weekend. So we're trying to get sponsors from really good companies that have really good products that this whole boat would be built by them. I mean, that would be fantastic. That's probably a daydream since we're such a new channel, right? Kristen's going out right now to handle Justice. He's like wrecking the door. He's our big guy. So 2 German Shepherds. I actually got Justice as a reward. Not a reward, a decoration. No, acknowledgement in the military. We had lost one of our other dogs. I'm not a canine handler. I was a medic. But we lost one of our other dogs. And Shepherds of Mount Eden, huge shout out to them. If you want German Shepherds or actually any military person, what they do is they pair a vet or a military person with a canine. And we got Justice at 6 weeks old, purebred German Shepherd, gorgeous, from Texas, Shepherds of Mount Eden, for free. This is a $1,400, probably $2,000, $2,500 dog. And then Paws of War jumped in. Paws of War, who I know very well, and great organization on Long Island. They didn't. They drove Justice from Texas to Long Island for us.
During COVID, right?
It was all during COVID. I was involved in a lot of crazy shit going on with the military at that time. You know, a lot was going on, things people shouldn't see and all that stuff. But we had Justice brought to us, and he's amazing. He's a purebred. He's ginormous. He's beautiful. He's so smart.
Beautiful.
But he is a wreck. He's a bull in a china shop, right? He just. And then Liberty is our beautiful baby girl. She's like 7 or 8 now. We don't know. We rescued her from a kill shelter in Texas like 6 or 7 years ago. We don't know her age, and she's starting, her hind legs are hurting her and stuff. But we are an animal family. Dogs are so much better than humans. Sorry, guys. All they want is love, and they just want to give you love. So they'll be following us on our journey. So so that goes to cost on the list. We do have money that we could, we're putting into it. I've already done a bunch of stuff that we're shoestringing a budget, kind of. But we vowed not to cut corners because of money, right? So all of our fuel line was from a distributor of Marine, and it's U.S. Coast Guard. I didn't go to 8 auto stores or O'Reilly's and get regular fuel hose. I got the best fuel water separator from Raycor instead of one of the ones from Amazon, right? Probably $500 versus $150. but we got the right thing done. So cost, we're going to eat, absorb, and we're going to roll with it. We're getting this project done no matter what. So we are looking for sponsors. If anybody out there wants to help out, that'd be fantastic. And then help. We're tackling this journey with a hope that our community helps us. Not necessarily financially, more of mentally and through your experiences, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, any help, any guidance, anything. When Scotty stopped by the other day and, threw out a couple things, it was very helpful and eye-opening, and, anything like that really is just to know somebody's out there that wants to help you or, has advice is very, very nice. So
yeah, kind of. And I've known this as a weakness of mine or what have you. I got that German mentality. I'm German, Irish, Italian, and English, but I got that stubborn German in me. And I'm like, no, this is the way it's got to be. We're going full speed. But if you're a sailor that's been doing this for a long time, like Marty's one of our subscribers from a few months ago. He reached out to me, and we spoke for about an hour and a half on the phone, and I got some great tips from him.
Mm-hmm.
So that is tremendous for me. He's 70 years old, I guess, but he knows his stuff. So we had a great conversation, and he taught me a few things that I'm bringing on that are helping me with this journey, because we're all in, guys. This is it. This is it. This is what we want to do.
Mm.
Right?
Yep. It's a lot, but it's exciting at the same time.
Yeah. It's exciting. Very exciting. So
awesome. You know what I thought about, like having it Thursday night live?
Yeah.
Thursday night was when Friends used to be on, and that was like always a great night. Like it's the night before, like you said, Friday Night Eve. It's a little more.
So what character would you be? I'll choose mine. I'm Joey. I'm Joe, and it's Joey. I got to be Joey. I love his character.
I guess Rachel.
Yeah. How you doing? That good? That's
Rachel.
Joey. That's Joey, not Rachel.
Yeah, I know.
Rachel.
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great pick.
Yeah.
You know that.
I know. Yeah.
All right. Guys, we're going to stop all the BS stuff. We're going to wrap it up right here. Please keep commenting, subscribe, follow, share. If there's family members that you think or loved ones or friends, anybody that will really like what we do, please ask them to subscribe. If they're not into sailing, if they're not into this kind of journey we're taking, don't bother them.
That's fine. Yeah.
It's completely fine. We don't need that. We just want people that we really think would like our content and that we can make a difference on.
Yeah.
Because we're learning and we want to take you guys on this journey with us just to prove that
anybody can do it. Yeah.
You can do it.
Anybody can do it.
I went into the military at 39 3/4.
Mm-hmm.
I graduated from boot camp, and the next month I turned 40.
Yeah. Yeah, it was cutting it close.
And I kicked ass.
Yeah.
I was running circles around those 18, 19, 20-year-olds because it's in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
You can do anything. So get to know us, get to know our journey. We are going to be doing Patreon coming up once our channel grows. We're going to be doing the sponsorships. We're going to be doing giveaways. We want to bring you guys in. It's what we're at. I can't keep going on because my Angel's Envy is gone. My orb is gone. Kristen's glass is gone. And we're going to Newport tomorrow, baby. So time to re-up.
Yeah. We got a lot
time to re-up. All right, guys.
Have a good night.
Have a great night. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend. Appreciate you all stopping by.
Yay.
All right.
Good night.
Cheers.
You're a wizard. Bye.